Hi Gemini, welcome back to Peony Lore, where we help you to find the beauty in all things. So a little bit off of schedule, just a tad. Had some things that needed to occur, and so we are going to conduct your first through the 12th reading today. Okay. Now we're recording this on the 3rd, so hopefully you had a chance to take a look at the angel messages that came through the other day, because that will have some influence on how things are going, but for the most part we're going to dig all the way down into the details for what is going to be most appropriate for you. So let's see here. Let me just put my glasses on. Let me go hit my notes really quick, and we're going to jump right on in. Okay, so Archangel Ambriel has picked the different cards that are for you guys, and to be perfectly honest, there isn't a lot of transit per se with Gemini, Sun, Moon, but that means that you guys are kind of getting a little bit of a break, but then the other aspects that are in your chart are going to be very relevant to what happens here, okay? So hopefully everyone's August was very beautiful. And let's get in to see how we are going to break down the different details for the entire month of September. Again, we're doing this bi-monthly this particular month so that we can get into it. I'm just going to shift my table so that you can get more of the cards. And let's get started. We are using the Astro deck to do your base reading. Okay, we use our little White Sage Tarot deck here to do clarifications. I was asked to ensure that we have the Oracle of the Radiant Sun. I have a different deck that's going to come out for some different Oracle messages here. We're going to use the Angel Therapy deck for you guys. And instead of using the Sacred Geometry as we have, we're going to use the Mystical Wisdom deck to get started with your reading. So the deal with many of the different decks that I've been using, and many other readers, if you are watching other readers right now, has a lot to do with affirmations. It is so important that for the remainder of the year you are calling into yourself the affirmations that are most important to you. They are not only practical, but it's you harnessing the energy of what it is that you want to be able to call into your life and continuing to create that big vortex for yourself, okay? So this is what we've got for our Geminis. Here we go. All right, Geminis energy. I'll put these off to the side here. What we have is dolphin energy. Don't worry, be happy. I like this one. Energy, don't worry, be happy. Let's see if I can grab this little guy, so that, and I think I'll move these off to the side so that you go on this side. So don't worry, be happy. I am going to go into the booklet here, but that's your mantra. Don't worry, be happy. This month, energy of September is a 3 energy. And so 3 energy is catalyst energy. It's expansion energy. It's expansive energy is what it is. And so there's a lot of energy with pushing and pulling, push, pull, tug, or tow. You're going to be put into different situations that are going to be supportive for you, whether it's some change, but there's this momentum of expansion and pushing you forward a little bit. So the energy of don't worry, be happy is this. The dolphins have a spiritual ability to uplift your spirits with its friendly, playful nature. Escape from the stress of life by being more relaxed and doing more of what you enjoy. Pursue your creative passions and use your energy in a more productive way. Try not to worry about issues you have no control over. The worrying can become a habit, so take a more relaxed and laid-back attitude, and therefore you can conquer your stress and become more calm and content. Don't worry, be happy. So again, that's the gorgeous image of the card itself, okay? So let's go ahead and dig right on in. As I have explained to the other signs that were already completed, I think we got all of the earth signs plus air the other day. the energy that belonged to the first, second, and third was really between Cancer and Leo, trying to do some changing over the first through the third. So again, it's a lot of Cancer energy for some of you that could be potentially feeling a little bit of that new moon flow that's kind of coming through. It will change a little bit for people. You probably have been experiencing a lot of dreams, really interesting dreams as a potential for a lot of different people. So let's just go ahead and see what the focus is for today as far as the details. Again, let me put my big glasses on and go into my notes here. Yes, okay. So, because I didn't get very specific about those, but this is going to be important for the remainder of this weekend because Leo is going to be in a big play. And again, Gemini doesn't really show up as far as the transits for the next couple of days, so you guys kind of get a little bit of a break. But again, most of this is going to be involved with what you have going on. So we have the moon in Cancer, which is doing its dance with Pluto in Capricorn. Okay, so that would have been like overnight. We do some transits with the Jupiter energy into Aquarius. The moon enters into Leo, probably would be around lunchtime for the majority of people, but it could be depending upon which coast, like starting around 9 a.m. Then we have Venus in Libra that is doing a dance with Neptune in Pisces. So that's pretty interesting and pretty interesting information. We do have a transit that happens with the Venus into Mercury. So there is a lot of conversation with Mercury, net Libra, or Venus, right? Looking good, feeling good, smelling good, Taurus, Libra energy. And the whole concept with Leo is trying to make sure that everything that you're doing with your self-will is kind of balanced and brought in. So again, you guys are being guided to just try to relax a little bit this month. And then there'll be a little bit of a conversation piece because Sun is in Virgo and it's touching against that whole aspect of Chiron and Aries, which is like really trying to make sure that you have owned your stuff, right? Because we still have 6 bodies in retrograde. Okay, technically 5, but at the end of the month we have Mercury going back into retrograde. So in the middle of October we have Saturn and Jupiter, which are still retrograde, gonna go direct. So you guys get a little bit of a break. Let's go ahead and jump in and see what we've got going on here. So because we're doing 2 weeks, I'm going to do 1 week at a time. We're going to get into the details, and then I'm going to do the second week. So this will be a longer reading, so please make sure that you stick through, or otherwise come back if it's a little bit lengthy for you, okay? Happy to have you. Thank you so much for tuning in. Okay, my friends. Okay, here we go. This is for my Geminis. Yeah, we'll go back to the first. Thank you. Okay, wow. Okay. First, second, and the third energy. Okay. So, 4th and 5th. So, Saturday and Sunday. 4th. You want that to be the 5th. Okay. So there's the Libra energy that's kind of come in. I want to make sure you guys can see all the cards that we have here. So yes. So it appears as though on the 1st of September you had Scorpio energy that was in play here. On the 2nd, you had the energy of the moon. So Piscean energy would have kind of come through. These are in the reverse position. Today's energy is the 6 of Wands in the reverse position. Saturday's energy is the Queen of Wands. And Sunday's energy is the Knight of Wands. So when we get to the energy of Saturday, the really biggest energies that are popping through is the Chiron and Aries, again, owning your stuff, trying to do this juicy dance now with Leo. And so that's going to be a part of, again, your self-will, your self-expression of things that you need to know and things coming into play. So it shows up right on time. Now there is a square with Pluto, okay, in Taurus, with that whole moon in Leo energy. So again, that self-will, What is it that you've been taking part in, so to speak, with the practical aspects of what Pluto is doing right now, which is the energy of the Judgment card, which is kind of similar to what goes on with the whole Death card, the Scorpio energy. It's about change and rebirth and refresh and things of that nature, okay? And Taurus energy is all about, you know, kind of being practical, especially when it comes to your steady values, and it can have a lot of things to do with your physical assets. We'll say assets because physical, tangible, touchable things that you can manage, right? Okay. And then Sunday's energy that shows up here, the biggest issue that really does actually pop up is the whole Mercury in Libra, which is now that, okay, now what do we need to do to make things balanced energy with that whole practical energy of Pluto, which is doing this dance with Capricorn. So your duty and your persistence, and perhaps things that need to be released from you at this particular moment, owning up to what it is that you know really does need to be changed, right? So let's go ahead and dig into the details on this one. So we're going to go in with our littles. Okay, let me move those over here to the side. And let's focus a little bit about what was going on here on the 1st and the 2nd, and then we'll get into today and through the weekend, okay? Let's see what's going on. Why was the Death card in the reverse position for our Geminis here? What was going on the 1st? It's Death card showing up in the reverse position. Scorpio energy, if you're not dealing with Scorpio or Scorpio isn't in your chart, has a little bit to do with resisting a change that needs to come up. So let's just see what's going on. Well, we have the Three of Swords in the reverse position. We have the Two of Wands. And we have the Hierophant in the reverse position. Okay. Give me a second here. Okay. So what we have here, again, is the Scorpio energy of death that's here, right? We have the Three of Swords, the Two of Wands, and then the Hierophant in the reverse position. So for some, there would have been a changeover when it comes to a working partnership of some sort, okay? There was no commitment in this particular situation, unfortunately. There was a choice that was made around you. I don't think this was you in the energy of trying to make the choice, but there was a choice that was made. And in this case, the Three of Swords is definitely indicating some pain that was associated with it, something that was uncomfortable. I'm not getting relationship out of this. What I am getting, though, is per se, I mean, it could have something to do with a personal relationship. But more so than what I'm getting is that you were presented with something that didn't come up the way that you wanted it to have happen. But you do have a choice. There's a choice that would have been popping up. So the other thing is that you could have been resisting something per se when it came to, again, a level of higher knowledge, a level of commitment that perhaps you weren't prepared to take on. It could be for lots of different types of scenarios. But what I like about this is that there would have been a choice that you were presented with this Two of Wands. And so we always talk about the fact that when the Two of Wands shows up, there really isn't a wrong way when the Two of Wands comes up. It is a choice that must be made. You are given the world in order to either go left or go right. And you can't make a wrong decision because both paths lead to the same outcome. So if there was a change that happened for you on the 1st, or you resisted a change, or you let go of a change or something like that, or a different sort of a change came up, and it didn't lead to that higher level of commitment, don't worry about it, because what is meant for you will never escape you, okay? So that was the energy of the 1st. Now the energy of the 2nd with the Moon in the reverse position. Okay, so we talk about the Moon energy with it being in the reverse position is actually really, really good, because you would have received information and clarification about something that was necessary for you. So when it's in the upright, you're being guided at that point, and this is why we call it staying in your own lane, right? These two towers are here trying to get you to appreciate that we're trying to get you to go towards the light here. And there's information that needs to have happen. So you know, you've got this raw energy of the wolf, and you've got this more tame energy of the dog that's showing up here that's trying to get your attention. Well, apparently something got your attention. So something got your attention with that Moon. You ended up making some sort of a decision, I feel, okay? It can have a lot to do with subconscious things that are on the back of your mind. It has definitely a lot to do with dreams. So like I said, a lot of people's dreams have been off the chain these past couple of days, and that's okay. But let's just go ahead and see what we have, because sometimes the moon definitely talks about loyalty when it comes to things. So something would have come into your awareness when it comes to loyalty. Let's just move forward. I do feel that there's a job change or a job loss or a job rejection for some of you, but at the end of it, you're going to end up receiving the clarity that you needed for the next step. So Seven of Swords shows up in the reverse position. Oh. Hey, man. Okay, and we have the Ten of Cups in the reverse position. Ten of Cups in the reverse position. And the Five of Cups in the reverse position. So I actually like this energy. All of these energies are indicating that you definitely had an awareness about something and you are letting it go. So the Seven of Swords in the reverse position can indicate, now I don't usually bring this up, but this is what I'm feeling here. The Seven of Swords in this position is indicating that you had an awareness about someone that was not right for you, and you are like, you cut them out of the situation. This person had a lot to do with potentially your pentacles. Now, yes, so the Ten of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles really should be considered kind of interchangeable in many different ways, because the Ten of Cups is all the different things that you want that make you emotionally happy, but it does also have those things to do when it comes to finance as well, okay? But with it being in the reverse position, it seems like there was a lot of miscommunication or communication that needed to end in a specific way, shape, or form. We've got the Five of Cups in the reverse position, which means that there's active healing that is going on with this. So forgiving yourself or forgiving the other person about whatever transgression took place, could be lots of different types of scenarios, but I really like that energy. So leading us into today's energy with the Six of Wands in the reverse position, you didn't get the accolades that you wanted here today, Friday. And so as far as the biggest things that are coming up here, I mean, there's a lot of change, which again, with that whole Pluto and Capricorn energy that pops up is the most, as the biggest thing, but all of those energies that we talked about previous are still in play. So it's a combination of all those different things that I've tried to pop up here. So the Six of Wands in the reverse position means that you're not being seen as head and shoulders above the rest in one sense, but it also means that if you are, oh, kitty, you're killing me, Smalls. Come here. You come sit next to me in your chair. Come here. Sorry, guys. Lay down. Sorry. Sorry. Thank you, Mr. Man. Okay. Getting back to it. We have, an indication that if there's had something to do with work, maybe someone else got a promotion or something else like that above you, or maybe the work effort that you put into play, you didn't receive what it is that you thought you were going to get out of it. Today, we have the King of Wands, which can indicate entrepreneurial energy. We have the Star, we have the Three of Cups, okay? Okay, so again, for me, this is very, very heavily indicative of the fact that someone may not have gotten something that they wanted at the job. So Bob got the job or got the promotion instead of over you, is really what I'm getting out of this, okay? But what you do have is the Star in the middle. So you've got the Aquarian energy that pops through at this particular moment. And with that Three of Cups in the reverse position, they're saying, you know what? There's something that's better out there for you, because this level of communication with whoever is involved in this whole situation with the Three of Cups being in reverse, it wasn't for you in the first place, which is why you got this opportunity or this choice to be able to understand what was not correct with this commitment. So I'm not mad at that. Okay. Now, I'm just going to put the signs out there just to be clear. So, the King of Wands is usually someone that comes in very, very quickly. No, that's not the Knight. That's the King. The King of Wands is there, and he's very excited about doing new things, right? New entrepreneurial energy. He's like ready to go, go, go. He's like, you know, the owner of the real estate or the construction company that, let's go in really, really fast, all hands on deck, let's go do this thing, and then let's build it, and then let's roll back out, right? He is about stability. So, but the Star card is the biggest deal with this situation here, okay? There is additional healing from the universe that shows up with this Star card, and with the new moon that's getting ready to show up on Monday, on Labor Day, the holiday, this is really indicative of you going in and really feeling out what it is that you want to feel into. I would be using today and tomorrow for sure to be calling in the new things that you want. But whatever this union was in the past was not necessarily for you, and so you need to be comfortable letting that go. Now, when we get to Saturday's energy, we do have the Queen of Air showing up here. So this is definitely the conversation between Libra and Mercury coming in with that juicy energy, with the Aquarius energy, with Saturn at that point. So there's new information that is coming towards you here, okay? And the Queen of Swords is like, look, we're cutting all the craziness out so that we can kind of start from scratch. So let's go see what we have going on for Saturday. There are a few more different things that are going on here. We do have the square, which is got the energy of Taurus and Pluto, okay? Same thing we talked about before. But look at, yeah, we've got the Chariot. So we do have the Cancerian energy that pops up, okay? Talking about moving forward in the upright position. There is something that is here for you. I'm going to put these back. I'm going to reshuffle real quick. Make sure I got it. Okay. Chariot, we like that card. So the Chariot indicates a couple different things. It indicates positive momentum forward. It can indicate it being a little bit rocky, but we do have positive momentum forward, okay? We definitely have the Ten of Pentacles that are showing up. So someone is going to be receiving a new position. Someone is going to be receiving a new offer. I'm just telling you, that's the strongest feeling that I get here, Gemini. Yeah, and we've got Judgment that shows up here. Right on time. This is Pluto energy that is definitely involved in this day, and Pluto is talking about, yeah, relax. We've got this. You've got to take a break. You've got to back off a little bit. There's more information that we can give you. Please respect the different opinion and prospects that are going to approach. I'm going to put this little guy back in here, okay? So that's not bad. This is actually really, 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 really good. I'm really comfortable with that for you guys. So therefore, when we get to Sunday's energy and we've got this Knight, now you guys know the Knights are all about delivering the big packages, right? This is your cosmic Amazon driver right here. Delivering clarity, delivering new communication, delivering the information that you need in order to move forward. So again, Venus is here, and she is talking about will and persistence and new opportunities within that Leo moon energy. Okay, what does the Knight of Swords have to say for a Gemini here? Ooh, we got the Magician. I'm not taking all of those. Look at this. We got the High Priestess as well. Ooh, see? I told you. Some of you guys need to start jumping on this new opportunity right away. What else do you want to manifest, not only for the next 30 days, but expand it and increase it if you can. Okay? Okay, we're going to take both of those. What we have is the Six of Wands finally showing up in the upright, and we do have the Queen of Wands that's showing up in the reverse. So what they are talking to you about is the fact that you knew, Gemini, that something wasn't quite right when it came to potentially work situation. The Queen of Wands is the manifestation of the process. The Kings are always about the actual delivery of the situation. So the feminine energy creates, the divine masculine produces and actually brings it forward. So there was something that was not quite right at the old work spot, but with your new manifestation period and this new information that's coming in from this Knight of Swords, you are definitely going to be receiving the communication and the offer, I think, that it is that you want. So there's consideration. There's definite consideration that comes into play here, but come on, man. The Magician and the High Priestess. The High Priestess in the reverse position is telling you, hey, you either had information about this, you had an inkling, you had a feeling, which is why you healed so quickly when you got this information, because you're just like, one of those kind of situations, but also that you trusted your judgment, and that's really very important. So right now we're going to pull in a different card before we put out the spread for the following week. So we're going to get into the juicy information for next week, the 6th through the 12th. All right. Here we go. Gemini. There it is. It's okay to feel feelings. Yes, it's definitely okay. The only way that you can release something that no longer serves you is to feel it, have a conversation with it, and say, thank you for showing up. I learned a lesson, or I got through what I needed to get through. I still may need to do a few things, but I'm feeling this strongly, and now I'm ready for you to go. I've gotten over the harsh portion of it. Yes. Thank you for that one. Okay, Gemini, so now let's push these guys up. Okay, I'll just move these little dudes over to the side like this, and then we'll lay out the row for the 6th through the 12th, which is going to be a big energetic week. Okay, so like I said before, we definitely have a Mercury hitting retrograde at the end of the month, and then we also have the full moon that's going to happen the following week. But let's go ahead and start talking about what we can bring into existence, or what's getting ready to happen on the 6th through the 12th. That's going to be very important. It's going to be big energy for you, because we've got a lot of other different transits that are happening. So let's see what is going to be most meaningful for you. And of course, if not all of this resonates with you guys, you need to make sure that you are taking a look at your other natal signs to make sure that you're getting the full picture, okay? But let's go with our 6th through the 12th here. It's going to be a long row. Woo! Yes, Queen and King. The Strength card popping out. Leo energy. Okay. You got the 10 of Wands that shows up on the 7th. You got the Hangman in reverse on the 8th. You've got the 4 of Pentacles on the 9th. Whoop. You've got the 4 of Cups on the 10th. On the 11th, you've got the 7 of Pentacles. And on the 12th, you've got the Lovers. Hello! Yes! Okay, I love this, because what this is telling me is that a couple different things. You have the strength, and always had the strength, to endure whatever is going on, and you have another push that's in you, for sure. You're taming whatever it is that needs to go, okay? You're appreciating what needs to stay. This takes a really strong person to go through a big change like that. You're letting and releasing all the different burdens that would have shown up, okay? You have had the opportunity to go in and see the other perspective at this particular moment, and you're coming out enlightened at this particular moment, okay? Therefore, the 4 of Pentacles shows up, and in this particular situation, this is indicating stability. You got 2 4s next to each other here with this 4 of Cups. So yes, there may be of something that have been, kind of boring you in the past, but there's definitely an offer that's coming through here, okay? Remember, the 4 of Cups is definitely an offer, okay? And this offer is going to be considered by next weekend, the 7 of Pentacles, realizing really how far you've come in the particular situation, and knowing that there's fruit on the vine that's there for plucking. And then you come into your own here, Gemini, by next Sunday. So let's go ahead and get into all the details. All right, so obviously on the 6th, we have the new moon in Virgo. Practical information for people, right? Practicality. It's good energy. It really does talk about being in perfection of service to oneself, okay? We got the new moon in Virgo, and the moon in Virgo is going to be around until the 7th, okay? Then you have, yeah, I really like that. Then on the 9th, we have a portal day. So galactic portal is opening up. It already started to open up, but on the 9 of the 9 is like an extra day that you can go in and call any anything to you. It's also going to be a day where the veil is really, really, really thin, so that you can really connect in with your spirit guides and your angels, or whoever else it is that you call into your pantheon on the 9 of the 9. The Libra moon does a square with Pluto and Capricorn on that particular day. So again, we talked about Libra wanting to come in and balance some different types of things out, right? And then the Pluto and Capricorn, again, we talked about that change that needs to happen, duty and perseverance. Also, though, what is it that you're finally willing to release, as reading that at the other end of the spectrum. When we get to the 11th here, we get to the moon doing a dance with Saturn in Aquarius. So that's what Saturn is talking about here, is this 4 of Pentacles. Now, yes, he's holding on to it very, very tightly, but the 4 of Pentacles doesn't always mean like I'm being a miser. The 4 of Pentacles is the ability to understand stability in a situation, okay? So that's actually really, really good. We also have the energy of the 11th being a really great day for work and also for romance as well. I'm just going to put that out there. 9/11 is actually a really, really good day energetically for a lot of people. We get into the energy of the moon then trying to transition into the sign of Sagittarius by the time we get to the 12th. But basically what this is saying, as we've got other details that are going on here with Scorpio doing also a transit with Saturn in Aquarius, is really about the change that's coming, and it's talking about the expansiveness of what wants to come in, right? So bring me and show me the money. So this is really, really good. Let's go ahead and dig deep. Let's get into the Strength card. Let's get into the 9/6 new moon in Virgo. Make sure you put those new moon wishes out there for our Gemini. Oh, yes, please use the moon. Got the moon card right here. Okay, it's going to be very important. What else do we need to know for our Gemini? Yes, you will be completely, or will have released 100% of all the different crap that was going on. Okay? And whoops. You got the Tower in reverse, being spared from something. I love that. Okay? I love that. Doing everything that you can. Now, here's the thing. The Tower coming in usually is surprises, but in the way that I'm reading it here is the faster that you grab a hold and let go of this oldness, then you're kind of avoiding a situation that's trying to come up. I do like the Tower because it forces things to change for people, but this is not a bad situation at all. The Tower is really helping you. So therefore, when you get into the energy of the 7th, you're really ready to let go with that 10 of Wands. You're going to finally deliver whatever the last piece is. Got the Page of Cups in the reverse position. Okay. You got the Sun card in the upright position. Yes. And you have the Fool card that shows up in the upright position. This is going to be good for you, Gemini. You're going to finally get rid of all the stuff, and you're going to start seeing the happiness like come through. You're going to start seeing the opportunities. It's like you're going to get this big wash of, oh yes, and then the Fool comes in, right, to talk to you about all these new opportunities that you have. Man, I'm here for that. So that explains why the Hangman is in the reverse position on Wednesday, and that's because you've received all the glorious details that you need, right? Anything else on the Hangman? Here we go. King of Swords in the reverse position. They said read that as past. Yeah, there was some clarity that you were receiving from the King of Swords. So the King of Swords, I love him because he's very analytical, but he's also very much into his heart. So when he shows up into the reverse position like that, something was a little bit off. That's just what shows up there. Okay. Now we have the Two of Cups in the reverse position as well, so that indicates that perhaps there was a relationship status change. A relationship could be personal, it could be business, it could be a friend, it could be a lot of different types of relationships that have come through. I don't necessarily see this as a romantic type of a situation per se, although it could have something to do with someone in a relationship not really giving you the details. The Seven of Wands in the reverse position is interesting to me because it indicates that you're maybe not seeing the expansiveness in the past, because they said read this as past. So in the past, you weren't necessarily seeing what it is that you needed to do, and you needed to come down off that a little bit. You needed to step, I don't want to say step out of your power, but you needed to think about it in a different way so that you were coming out of the defensiveness, I guess is the right word to say here. So I'm not mad at that. I'm going to take one more card on that. Oh, what was being revealed to you is this expansiveness of what Saturn wants to do here, okay, as far as your Wheel of Fortune. So that was the conversation that was coming up. Those are the things that you were learning by going in and having conversation with Spirit. Love that. Thank you, universe. Okay, so now we move on into what goes on for Thursday with this Four of Pentacles. Nine of Wands. Energy is very spiritual. You have the spiritual means to get there. You've done all the tests. You've passed all the tests in a sense. Not really testing, but you've gotten through the different situations swimmingly. Okay, you were very, very tired. That's for sure. It was draining you. Okay. Whoa, Jack. So we have the Temperance card. This is meant to be read in the upright position. So this is Sagittarius that's coming through here. Like I said, Sagittarius is starting to come into the fray a little bit before the end of the week when it switches into this moon here with balance, with gifts of blessings, as does the Strength card. It comes in with gifts of blessings and healings. Making moderation is what it is. Balance, complete balance. And so the Four of Pentacles is balance, okay? But there is balance that is here. There's a spiritual alchemy that's also happening behind the scenes, okay? And there may be an opportunity for new communication to come through to you. It's possible that you may not necessarily pick up on it right away, so that's just a heads up that there could be some new communication coming to you on that Thursday. Let me just double check to make sure, because I'm pretty positive. Yeah, Libra. So there's a lot of stuff that's going on with Libra on Wednesday and Thursday for sure. Yeah, Libra is all over the place, and so is Taurus when it comes to that whole Wednesday. Yeah, this makes a whole lot of sense to me. Saturn absolutely in Aquarius shows up with that Wheel of Fortune on play. And then let me see, what else do we have here? The 9 of the 9 is just a very important day. 9/11. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. So it's just going to be a good day. There's this juicy trine that happens with the moon actually presenting itself in Libra, doing a trine with Jupiter at this particular moment in Aquarius. So listen, what this means is that there's a lot of spiritual energy that is going to be taking place on this particular day. That portal day that I talked about, there's a lot of spiritual information. There's a big spiritual day coming through, and there's going to be so much that's there. It's potential that you could miss a little bit of what Libra is trying to share, but not necessarily too much of it. But when we get to the Friday energy, right, and we have this Four of Cups that's showing up here, the energy does change over a little bit. So on Friday, we definitely have a square because it starts to go into the scorpionic energy at that point. Scorpio comes in, and that's where the brooding comes in. Scorpio comes in and has a square now with Jupiter in Aquarius. So Scorpio, the Death card, wants change. The Death card wants for things to show up. And so it's having this conversation with, well, in order for this big expansive energy to come in for Gemini, these are the things we really got to be able to change, right? And have that conversation. So it could be, opposing each other just a little bit. So that's where the brooding comes from. But there definitely does indicate that there's an offer that's on the table or on its way toward you, for sure. Let's hit this Four of Cups. Whoa! Yes! Whoa! So listen, The Eight of Wands is basically the minor arcana's version of the Chariot. Not only is it messaging, okay, it's talking about movement, positive movement. There is a move opportunity coming. This communication is definitely coming to you on this day. It is being presented to you in the way of the Seven of Cups. Now, the Seven of Cups, I'm going to call it a little bit of so much going on for you this day. Come on, focus camera. There's going to be so much going on for you. You could be feeling a little bit confused because there's so many opportunities that are coming through. But each one of those cups has something special to offer you at this particular moment. So again, start with one and go to two. Pull down the most important thing for you at this particular moment, the first thing that you can tangibly start to touch. And that's the reason why it shows up the way that it does. The Page of Wands in the reverse position is saying, yeah, you got to have a hot minute here because you're going to be hit with a lot of information on this particular day. So start with one and go to two. So therefore, when we get to the Saturday energy and you're doing this revelation, the Saturday energy is a really, really, really good day. This is a day for doing anything that you want as far as healing. This is a day for romance. This is a day for just really kind of like feeling the feels, feeling how far you've come in the situation. So this is where Scorpio comes in now finally with Pluto and with Capricorn. And they're sitting down and they're having this conversation. They're going, well, yeah, this is exactly the energy of what's going on here. This is what makes this day so good. Scorpio wants to come in and change. And I don't want to say force the issue, but bringing things to light a little bit so that you can take that energy of the expanse that wants to be in your world. So let's go hit the 7. I'm not taking those. Stop, she said. Okay, hold on. I understand. Thank you. I get it. We have the 6 of Swords in the reverse position. We have the King of Pentacles upright. We have the 3 of Wands upright. And we definitely have the Lover's card that shows up upright. So the 6 of Swords and the King of Pentacles goes together. Okay? I want to show you this. 7 of Pentacles. So this is looking at the different things that you've put into the earth that are starting to bear fruit. Okay? They're there. They just need a few more minutes to try to finish trying to marinate. You could maybe pull one off the vine, and that's what this 6 of Swords in the reverse position is talking about. The 6 of Swords in the reverse position is like, don't do it. That's not the right direction to take, bro. Hold on. In order for you to have this long-term stability with this King of Pentacles, you're going to want to hold on for just a little bit. We definitely are working with you with this 3 of Wands coming in, and this is absolutely you, Gemini. If you're not dealing with somebody else that's a Gemini, or this doesn't have anything to do with a significant other that is coming through, the universe is coming through at this particular minute to say, don't be so quick to take the stuff off of the vine real quick. Marinate. Relax. Everything's going to be fine. And then by the time you get to Sunday, you're back in your own power a little bit. So what's going on here is that the moon switches over into Sagittarius, and it's doing that trine with Chiron and Aries. And why that is so good is because, and even if you hadn't really thought about it, the subconscious activity of what Scorpio also brings to the table lets you know, okay, this is the first priority. Okay, this is the first priority for us to knock off the block so that we can move forward. So let's find out what Gemini has for Gemini. The Lovers. From a spiritual perspective, some of you are really going to be coming into alignment more so with your higher self, your galactic team, to carry forward. There she is. Well, we got Scorpio that's showing up here on this particular day in the past position. Now we have the Queen of Cups in the upright. Yes, now we're understanding what it is that we need to do. Our divine feminine is kicking in, and it's saying, yes, we might have gone through all this boo-boo in the past, but as we're assured with this motherly energy that shows up here with the Queen, not only has Auntie been through it, okay, but she's going to share different information with you that's going to help you in the long haul. Oh, there we go. It's this one here. Okay. Now, we have the King of Cups. No, Knight of Cups that shows up in the reverse position. So if you were expecting any loving, doving kind of messaging to kind of come through on this particular day, it may not be showing up the way that you want to be able to say it, or see it, excuse me. But that's fine. Let's see what else we got going on here. Okay. And the reason why is because this king, or excuse me, I keep saying king, but it's not. It's the Knight of Cups that's sitting here. This Knight of Cups, whoever it is that you're dealing with on this particular day, of course it could be you, really needs to get through the end of their brooding, I would say, in a sense. So really, Gemini, this needs to be you all up, all in with the energy of whether you're male or female, being in your feels, okay? Because the Queen of Cups is all about being in her feels. She also is very highly connected. She's very connected, right? And so there's a lot of information that's going to come through. So it's okay to feel your feelings. Don't worry. Be happy. We got this, right? So I am going to pull a couple of cards here from the Oracle of the Radiant Sun. But you guys, this is actually a really good reading. This is a very good reading. Whatever it is that you had to go through, you are overcoming it. Like, you're coming out winning. That is for sure. Move that up. Yeah, I mean, look at this. This is beautiful. You got the Sun, the Fool, Temperance, Strength. The Tower's in reverse. This is really, really good. Okay, let's pull a couple Oracle of the Radiant Sun just to see what else we need to know. So, Umbriel, please help me understand overall the ending. What is to come for our Gemini? What else do we need to know about this situation? Okay, the art of negotiation may have escaped you in the past. So that's Libra information in Jupiter, okay? Present, it's practicality. So this moon energy that comes in with Capricorn is really kind of what the situation is. You really got to be thinking about the practical matters of the situation. And if you can focus on that, then I think the rest of it makes a lot of sense to you. The practical, right? And it doesn't have anything to do with, yeah, please don't be over impulsive when you see these different things show up for you, because you are receiving something. There's gifts coming for you, okay? Don't be overly impulsive. That's the moon energy, Mercury energy in Aries. Don't be overly impulsive. Yes. But have an awareness of what you want. The speculation card. So this is the Jupiter energy that shows up in Cancer. So that's basically what the conversation message is. The last one that shows up here is the health card for you, which I love. So I don't know if I can get that close. It's the Sun energy, okay? It's the Sun energy that pops up in the sign of Virgo. So there is health that needs to be considered. So physical, mental, spiritual, right? All the different versions of health that come through are very, very important for you. So take an opportunity to make sure that when you have these resting opportunities that you are resting, make sure that you're staying very, very hydrated. I know that we had a lot of solar activity and a lot of solar flares that popped up last week, and some people could still be feeling the effects of some of those. It's very important that you are taking care of yourself in that way, but also your spiritual body. Make sure that you're having your conversations with your spiritual team, and they're going to help you. But look at this. They're like, we've got you on this one. Okay, this is gorgeous. So we're going to end this one off really, really quickly with taking a therapy angel card for you, Gemini. Okay. Sorry about that. There we go. If you get nervous, focus on service. Okay, so some of you are some of you are already into your healing phase. Some of you are healers, and they want you to know that the shift that's happening with that old commitment that didn't pop through is for a reason. You have more spiritual work that you're supposed to be doing, and so don't sweat the small stuff, because at the end they are taking care of you. They're helping guide you to the next steps to take to jump into your new they're taking care of you from a financial perspective so that you can get into this new spiritual work. That's not going to be for everyone, but it will be for the spiritual workers that are taking place. But basically for everyone, the intention is whatever it is that you're going to bring into yourself, whatever you're calling in, remember, you were told, use the energy of this new moon, these new moon wishes, okay? It's going to propel you so far forward. It's going to propel you so far forward. Okay, let go of the old shit, because it no longer belongs to you. This tower is protecting you from that. Let it go. Let it all the way go. But at the end of the day, what it's saying, put yourself into the perspective of how can I make the world a better place? What can you do today, tomorrow, the next day that's going to support your world? It can be little teeny tiny things that add up to the really bigger and bigger things. But the law of attraction will automatically take care of your needs. Holy buckets, you know what I'm saying? It's like, seriously, they're telling you you're powerful enough, Gemini, to use this new moon. Use the law of attraction, okay? It has no choice but to come to you. So think about positivity. Think about the beauty of all the things that you can call into yourself. If you're leaving one job and you're transitioning into another job, how juicy that's going to feel with new people, new places, new experiences. Think to yourself about how glorious that's going to look when your new finance shows up in a different, stronger way. And it's going to be a little bit more meaningful to you. This is just glorious. I love this. I wish I was a Gemini at this particular moment, because this is off the chain. This is really, really good. Gemini, I hope that you were able to resonate with the majority of the content that I put forth here today. If you did, please make sure that you smash that like button. Share this content out with someone else. Make sure that you comment below if you've got other questions and things like that. I really appreciate all of the emails that I get. I get a lot of emails from Gemini, and I get a lot of emails from our Scorpios as well. I appreciate that so much. Continue to do that. If you are looking for a personal session, you can hit peonilore.com. You can book in with me. I am a healer. If you're looking to shop for crystals or anything else, the shop is open so that you can take advantage of looking at some of those different things. But I am here to help, and I'm putting myself out there to make sure that you guys can take advantage of that. If you didn't get everything that you wanted out of this, you already know, take a look at your sun, your moon, your rising, and your north node. It's so important, you guys. So thank you very much for tuning in with me, and we will see you when we do the mid-month for the rest of the month. Thank you so much, and enjoy your holiday. Many blessings. Bye for now.